All right, so in this video, we are going to review how to solve for a variable. So when we are solving, our goal is to get the variable alone on one side of the equation. So how are we going to do that? We are going to simplify the equation first by using the distributive property and by combining any like terms. So if there's any distribution or combining like terms, that always happens first. Then we're going to use inverse operations. So addition and subtraction are inverse. Basically, they're opposites. Multiplication and division are inverses because they're opposites. That's going to help us get the variable alone. So when I solve equations, I like to draw a line down the middle to let me know whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. So if I want to get x alone, I need to get rid of this 4 that's multiplying the x. The inverse of multiplication is division, so I need to divide both sides by 4, which gets rid of the 4 in front of the x, leaving me with x equals 4. And just like that, I'm done because I have x alone. For this next one, to get x alone, I need to get rid of the plus 7 by doing the inverse, which is minus 7. That gets rid of the plus 7, leaving me with x equal to 5. For this next one, I have to do 2 steps. I have to get rid of the minus 5, and I have to get rid of the times 10. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the minus 5. I get rid of the minus 5 by doing plus 5, since that's the inverse operation. And I'm left with 10x equals 50. And then x is being multiplied by 10, so I'm going to divide both sides by 10, leaving me with x equals 5 as my final answer. For the next one, I've got to get rid of plus 7 and times 2. So the opposite of plus 7 is minus 7, so that gets rid of that there. And I'm left with 2x on this side equals 12. And then I need to divide both sides by 2 to get rid of the times 2. And so that leaves me with x equals 12 divided by 2 is 6. So for these next two, I do see some distribution and some combining like terms that I need to do first. So I first need to distribute the 2 before I can even start solving. So that gives me 6x minus 8 equals 4. And then I'm going to do plus 8 to get rid of the minus 8. So 6x equals 4 plus 8 is 12. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. So my final answer is x equals 2. Then for this last one, I need to combine these two terms with the x to make one term with the x. So 6x and 3x make 9x. Now I just have to get rid of the minus 4 by doing the inverse, which is plus 4 to both sides. And I get 9x equals 36. Divide both sides by 9, and I get x is equal to 36 divided by 9 is 4. Perfect. So this is a quick review of solving equations. Pause the video now and try the problems on page 2. When you're done with that, unpause the video and the answers will show up at the end of this video. So go ahead and click pause. And so here are the answers that you should have gotten. For this last one, it was kind of funny because you had to do 35 divided by 15. Obviously, that's not an equal number, so we can leave it as a fraction. The only thing we might want to do is divide top and bottom by 5. And so 7/3 is a perfectly acceptable 8th grade answer. Or if you were to divide it on your calculator, you would get 2.3 repeating. Either one of these answers are completely